Rish's dirty fingers in cash-filled pies, as the Tory party ultimately dies. No winners, no losers, no choice they gloat. Let's not vote. Labour struck base, lazily rolling towards the end of their uninspiring race. Somehow prevailing, democracy derailing. No winners, no losers, no choice they gloat. Let's not vote. Labour's smug beige face, laser rolling towards the end of their uninspiring race. Somehow prevailing, democracy derailing. No winners, no losers, no choice they gloat. Let's not vote. Reform UK will adapt to improve voting turnout to a nation suffering political burnout. The illusion of democracy perpetuated by the controlling autocracy. No winners, no losers, no choice they gloat. Let's not vote. Greens with ideas so extreme it will turn us into a regime. Their vision of a wild, chaotic dream, nothing but a madcap scheme. No winners, no losers, no choice they gloat. Let's not vote. Lib Dems doing crazy things, trying to grow strategic wings, hoping to perilously advance their middle-class diplomatic stance. No winners, no losers,
No choice they gloat. Let's not vote.
Independents appear brave.
Good
no
evening.
Party banner to wave. No partisan
I don't know if you're
bands,
watching
yet
on the
they persist,
vertical or the
navigating
horizontal
shifting
or on
quicksands.
Twitch,
No
but
winners,
good evening,
no losers,
and
no
I hope
choice they
you
gloat.
are
Let's
well
not vote.
this
No
lovely
mention of TV
Sunday.
workers, just a bunch of disruptive
It's the end of the week or the
opportunist
start of the week
focusing
for
on
some,
those wearing the
but you just don't know.
Pussycat socialist berserker. No winners,
But we're here
no
once
losers,
again
no choice they
to
gloat.
join
Let's not vote. Nationalism
Himeji
promoting
Castle
jingoist parties with democratic unionists
and,
smarties,
yeah, build that
secretly
up and finish
dividing
it
us
off.
all while we watch crumbling democracy fall.
No winners, no losers.
No choice they gloat.
Let's not vote. But we are going to vote. We're going to vote for Himeji Castle being one of the nicest Lego architecture builds there has ever been. Or has. And that's it. That's the intro music done. And we are just waiting on our build partner. As you can see, we have an empty chair. But in the meantime, if you could hit the like button, we would really appreciate it. Whether you're watching on the vertical, the horizontal, or indeed the Twitch stream. I don't know if there is a like button on Twitch, to be honest. But if there is, you could hit that. And we would appreciate it. We would. Because, like I said, we're going to finish it off now. Himeji Castle. And then these two brickheads that Chrissy is currently moving off the table will probably be included in this stream as well, because there's only 2 stages left on Himeji Castle tonight. So yeah. Yeah. I mean, I didn't give people a lot of notice, I'm not going to lie. So people will drip feed in via the horizontal and the vertical, but as you do come in, what we really would like you to do is just hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, because we are just 30 subscribers, 30, away from 2,000. Yeah, that came through. That came through the mics. The way you just said hello there to everybody, it came through. It got picked up. They heard it. I say they heard it. Thankfully for you, there's nobody watching on the horizontal stream just yet. So, why on earth is it in how to and style? Well, like, you're gonna join it. What I'm gonna do is I'll leave it on the big screen for you to say hello for a second if you're watching. Whoa, you nearly died.
I did. I almost died.
That should be pretty good for you there, and you shouldn't have to be right up close to it because I've changed the game.
Oh, dude.
So you should just be able to speak up and say hello, like that.
Hello.
That's it. As if you're going straight towards it, that works. So, are you ready to Himeji?
Leave the cat alone.
I did just say that. Are you ready to Himeji?
Where'd you get that bottle of water from?
There's 2 bottles of water in the fridge. Oh God. That dog is gonna be banned already.
Mm.
It's the horizontal is public. There's just nobody's come along to it yet. So, I'm,
Is it Sunday?
I am extremely confused though because there is somebody watching it,
Ah.
but it's not reading as somebody watching it.
Who's your good puppy?
That's
Who's your good puppy?
not how people want to start the
Who's
stream.
your good puppy?
They don't want to see the dog.
Who's your good puppy?
They've not got big screens, so.
Everybody wants to see the puppy. Who's
All
your
right,
good
I'll
puppy?
show the dog. Because maybe if someone comes in, they'll in the horizontal, then they'll see the dog.
See the dog.
Maybe,
Who's your good
probably
puppy?
not, but
Who's
maybe.
your good puppy? Everybody loves a puppy.
That is not a good puppy.
Who's your good puppy?
It's not. It's not a good puppy in the slightest. Thank you for the like on the vertical stream. I really, really appreciate that.
You
So,
good puppy.
this good puppy is going to get put down, and we're going to get to building what's in the title. Because that's what people have come for. They've come for the castle. We're going to give them the castle. No.
You a naughty puppy?
We use this brick separator and just start destroying it. Like Godzilla walking all over Tokyo.
The problem is,
Well, you just pulled the bag from underneath the ginger cat, and then the... That's what you do.
no, leave her alone. Oh,
Yeah, we're getting our average view duration going up, which means there's somebody
Fly.
watching it.
go on, Fly.
They just haven't put it in the chat yet.
Ooh, 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 I like fights.
Yeah, well, that's animals for you, I guess. I'm very confused because it is reading that there is time watched happening on this, but maybe there is, maybe there isn't. I don't know. See what we got to deal with. You cannot get the staff, even if it's four-legged. You simply... River!
Oh,
See, that's just going to put people off. I'm looking at you disappointedly.
nobody's here, Ben.
Yeah, but
I'm not going to put anyone off because nobody's here.
there were people here, and then they went away.
No. There's no
I mean,
one.
look, 5:10 average view duration on that view. So they were there, and then they went away because of the dog.
Oh, blame the dog.
It's 100% the dog's fault.
She just wanted to attack Florence.
Stage 16.
Are we just building?
Yeah, 16 and 17.
Oh, I tell you, this has got big, though.
Story of my life, that.
You wish.
Is that where it's going? Is that where it's sitting? 'Cause I can just move the camera for them. So that they've got a good view.
I had my mum call me.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
What did your mum want?
Asking if we'll be home Tuesday evening.
For Dexter's birthday?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, our son's turning 11 on Tuesday. 11. Where have the years gone? I have aged terribly, folks. Terribly. Is this even live? It says it is. Can you... I'm going to ask Lisa. Can you check to see if it is working? There you go. I've asked Lisa. I said, can you check to see if it is working? Because we're not getting any indication that there are people watching, and yet we're getting our average view duration going up, which indicates that there's somebody watching. Right, I'm going to move the camera so that they can actually see what you're building. There you go. She's building this down here.
Well, that is your job.
Oh, it's not my job.
Yes, it is.
Right. And the vertical as well. Look, you can see what she's building. Because I'm nice like that. Because Chrissy here, while she loves coming on these streams, she's not considerate for you guys. She doesn't actually
It hurts my arms, okay? I've got like T-Rex arms.
But you know, in the same breath, you may well have T-Rex arms,
I
but you've got
do.
viewers and they want to see what
No,
you're
but
doing.
I have T-Rex arms.
But they want to see what you're doing.
So I can't just lean forward.
I mean, I don't even want you to lean forward. I want you to go right.
Shh. I can't. There's a freaking castle there.
It's
There is literally a castle there. River, shut up.
that dog's about to be in massive trouble.
Enough. What's your problem, Ruth?
She's having a go at the cat.
No, the cat's not here now. She's barking because I'm
What's this?
here.
Right, now sit. Sit.
It's attention.
Lisa says, yes,
seeking.
it's working. Give me 30. Just got to bump my duo up. I will bump my duo up after the stream. Because, do you know what, last night, actually, I had like 6 minutes to spare. And I realised, and it was like, you're gonna lose your streak. And I didn't in the end. I didn't. I'm about to lock her out the room.
You're going to have to keep her company, mate.
How can I
Whilst
do
I'm
that?
doing this.
Here. Oh dear. River.
Oh, don't turn.
Sit. Sit. Just sit down, you silly dog.
Ow!
I mean, working with a dog is... It would be fine if the dog had had some kind of training in its lifetime, but this one's had none.
Here we go. Blah,
None.
Blah, blah.
It doesn't know.
Is moan.
It doesn't know sit. It doesn't know stay. It doesn't know paw. Doesn't know any of that.
Train it then.
Your bloody dog.
No?
Jesus.
You stop moaning, or else I will just leave.
When it stops barking, I'll stop moaning.
It's your dog as well, Ben. I'm trying to build.
Come on up here, you stupid idiot. Right, sit. I swear, you have to treat this thing like it's a baby. It's even more needy than a baby, actually. Oh, no, they can't see what you're building there, even after I've moved
Please,
the
can
camera.
you stop?
It's a building stream and they can't see you
I
building.
am trying to look over at the thing, Ben. There's not enough space here.
Wow.
What exactly do you expect me to do? There's no space.
Just have your hands there. That's fine. I think that this dog is causing stress. But yes, unfortunately, people, it is just as needy as a human baby, if not more so. I don't consider this a dog. But, you know, it's here. And it's uncomfortable. So anyway, whatever stream you're watching on, be it vertical or horizontal, click the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and come say hello. Because we do enjoy your company, so... I think there might be a boycott on our horizontal stream. I gave everyone the link to it and everything. So Chrissy is building here the final stages of Himeji Castle. Right now, this is stage 16. I believe this is pretty much the roof section, which will finish off the main castle itself. And then, if I am correct, if my calculations here are correct, then she's going to have to spin the castle round. And the final bits will be little pieces going in the ground. Because I don't really see the castle structure itself going much taller than what she's placing down to go up on the roof now. So, this is a real place in Himeji, Japan. And it is a castle. An old castle. Unfortunately, neither of us have been very well these past few days. Chrissy's been very bad with her throat. Seems to be a little bit better now, thankfully. But I've not been well with my tummy. And obviously my face, for those who know about my face, is still doing the stuff that my face has been doing. Hence the sunglasses. Because I don't wish wish for people to see my eye keep going gimpy. There you go. That's pretty cool. I like that. Good evening once again. Those of you watching on the vertical stream right now, come say hello in the chat. Don't be shy. Hit the like button, please. We're trying to get to at least 10 likes over there. Hey, loved your stream. Keep up the fantastic work. Thank you very much. Over on Twitch, Sammy. Let's connect on Discord and catch your future streams. I mean, I would, but I very rarely use Discord. And I couldn't possibly go onto it right now because my phone is the overhead camera. So that's unfortunate. But you could join our Discord community. I believe it's called Real Review UK. I think it's there. Just go and check it out. See if it's there. It's little. There's not many people in it. And I set it up just so that if people want to go there, they can. Our real separate ecosystem, so to speak, will be set up over on Patreon, because we've got a Patreon and it's free to join. You don't have to sign up at a paid tier. It's completely free. It's patreon.com/Real Review UK. And there are, tiers where you can donate £1 or £2 or whatever. But it's completely free otherwise if you wish to join us over there. Because we'd rather just have people sign up over there and come say hello and help build that alternative ecosystem than actually, having to pay for it. So, there's an idea. I don't think anybody's had any notifications that this stream has gone live. I wonder if I'm logged in on TikTok on this computer. I have no idea. I am. I'm not.
This says.
I'm not. I thought I might be, but I'm not.
The main keep roof tiles were replaced during the 2009 to 2015 renovation. The new thinner tiles weigh 0.75 kilograms, 1.6 pounds less per tile, making the entire roof 45 plus tons, 50 plus tons lighter than before.
Ah, so it's less likely to fall down, is what they're saying there. Himeji Castle is less likely to fall down than it was. I mean, that's the castle built, as in the structure. Now you're turning around. There's no reason for this big shadowy patch in the middle. The lights on it, it looks great, but for some reason it's doing it. If you haven't hit the like button yet, please, would you consider doing? Lisa says, look at that face. What face are we looking at? Are we looking at my face? Are we looking at the dog's face? Are we looking at Chrissy's face? What face are we looking at here, Lisa? And also, did you get a notification that this stream went live? Because I think Chrissy might have just got it now. I don't think people got a notification. Which is interesting and odd. Because we've been live for 20 minutes and you're literally the only person who's come into the horizontal stream. And I know that Tiana, for example, told me earlier she would be on the stream from 7 when it went live. Very odd. Very odd. Also, how is your box, Lisa? How is your box? She's staying in a box in London at the moment.
I did see.
It does look like a box. And also, how much was that box, by the way? Central London, so it probably wasn't cheap, right? It probably wasn't cheap. Because, hey, they get away with it. Prime location. Tiana says, sorry, I'll be on and off. Went on live on my singing live and people aren't stopping messaging and everything, so it's going to be a balancing act. She's doing a singing live like I do. That's good. That's good. What, are you doing it on TikTok or are you doing it on YouTube? Also, how have you got it set up? Are you just backing track in the room and singing along, or have you got it all running through like the computer like I do? Because I can help you out with that to make it sound really good. Ultimately. And it's taken me, in order to get the sound sounding how it sounds when I do it, it's probably taken me about 3 years of trial and error until I finally got to a sound that I like. So just be warned with that. Hit the like button anyway, please, if you haven't already, and subscribe. Tiana says, TikTok, you would love that. Yeah, you can run TikTok live from your laptop. So I might tomorrow afternoon, I might go on and do music on TikTok for half an hour, because I've started using the platform again today. I put my first video out there in ages. I might do half an hour of music on TikTok live just to see if it all works and can all be fed through properly.
Oh no.
Stage 17, final stage. Oh wow. Oh wow. A lot of pieces. It's foliage. It's all foliage. So you're making
dribbled.
You're making cherry blossoms.
Yep.
Because Japanese cherry blossoms are very much a thing.
I love cherry blossoms.
I can see people watching on the vertical stream. I'm just going to say, if you're watching, please, can you drop us a like? It really does help us out, and it helps us push it out a bit more. So we would really appreciate it. There's 5 people watching there right now, so if we could get up to 5 likes, that would be really appreciative. Obviously you don't have to, but we would really appreciate it if you did, and you came to join us. Instead, they just went away. How nice. How nice indeed. And now we're starting to get some viewers on the horizontal stream. So once again, if you are watching over there, please hit the like button. I think, like I said, I think they only just got notifications. Because it's a bit odd that people are coming in and out the way that they are. I'm going to have to put this dog down now. Come on, down you go.
Run, River.
Lisa once again says, hello from my prison cell. I mean room. Hold on.
It didn't look that bad.
When she says, look at that face, has she put on a custom emoji? I think she has. She's got the custom, or maybe not the custom emoji, but the little picture of I think it's me, or it could be Natalie. I don't know. But yeah, no, I was asking you, Lisa, your cell in London. How much is your cell, and where are you staying? And have you filmed a room tour of your cell? Because content is king.
I mean, it can't be worse than where you guys stayed in France.
No, not much could be worse than the Ecklo. Drove all the way to the Ecklo. I think we're doing a drive over in the evening for spring trip. Yay for being less likely to crumble. I am extremely confused by the things that Lisa is saying. I wonder if she may have had some mind-altering substances. Have you, Lisa? The dogs. Oh, the dog's face. Ah, that's where... I don't think she's live. Lisa, if you're live, say I. Just AYE. If you're live. If you're not live, then you're not going to say I immediately, are you? But it looks like tonight's stream is going to be pretty much just for you, Lisa, so... At least you've got some company in your cell. She's not live. She's not live at all. Skip to live, Lisa. I'm going to type it. Skip to...
Oh man, we've got to do this a fair few
live.
times.
Lisa. You are behind. £97 including breakfast, and they actually upgraded me to a box with a £97, and you're not meant to get a window for that.
To be fair, the Cavendish and Eastbourne, they do rooms in the basement.
Yeah, but you pay like £24 for that.
No,
You definitely don't pay 97.
You don't pay 97.
No, you don't.
You pay cheap.
Yeah.
That won't.
That's going to be a lot of plants.
I know.
A lot of trees.
It's a lot of these. I've got to do this twice yet as well. My thumb's already cramping.
And that is the... You're right by Euston Station, are you? So, well, yeah, okay, because she's going out to some manor, like the filming location of Downton Abbey for 3 days.
Yes.
So she decided, right, well, I'm just going to stay in London and do that. You had to book last minute, and I guess that really does add to the expense, doesn't it? And that's how hotels get you. They go, oh, you actually need this room. Right. Yeah, we're going to charge the arse out of you. It's like a Premier Inn. Remember when you used to be able to book a Premier Inn in Lenny Henry from just £29? That used to be the thing all over the adverts, with rooms from just £29. You can't do that anymore, can you?
A lot of Premier Inns, you can actually book cheap rooms, not £29.
Not £29.
Our one in Eastbourne, though, is always so expensive.
Yes, it is.
I mean, that's because it's new.
You know, in less than 48 hours, our child is going to be 11.
Nope.
I feel old. Tiana says she's hopefully going around central London this week. She went... your prison cell is pretty, but you wouldn't want to stay there for more than a few nights.
Bush.
I swear she's not live.
I've got a bush.
I swear she's not live at all.
This bush doesn't seem... Where's my stick? That's
Well, I
wrong.
know you've got a bush.
And then the sticks will go in the bush. There you go.
The stick's got to go in the bush.
Well, in the bush.
Well, there's a euphemism if ever I'd heard one.
You know, it's only men that would think that. Oh yeah, the sticks got on the Men. Oh my gosh, get in the hole.
Oh, you're making it worse. You're just making it worse.
That actually hurt.
Even worse. It's even worse. Oh my god.
Look at my poor fingers. Like, I've got indentations.
So you do. Lisa just said, oops, wrong hole.
Shove a stick up Ben's butt in a minute.
So once this set and then the two brick. So we're going to do Eeyore and Dumbo as well. But once they are done, we're out of Lego.
Out of Lego.
And what we have done is we've created, at the behest of Vaughan, an Amazon wish list. Let's see if it's on here. Right. Not that one. I want to go to the lists. Okay. How do we share this? Okay. Copy link. Link copied. Vaughan said to me, we were playing Fortnite the other night, and he goes to me, right, you need to take you need to make a list. And there is the list. The link is in the chat. For both chats. And that's basically got a bunch of Lego sets on that we would like to build here on the channel. He's like, you go, guys, make a list. Make a list and see if people can help get you some Lego sets here. And he does speak like that, doesn't he? Yeah, all right, Cockney apples and pears and all that.
No.
Yes, he does.
No.
Every time we're playing Fortnite, we got this, boys. We got this, boys. How he sounds. It is.
God damn it.
You're really not having fun with this bit, are you?
I hate these bushes.
Oh, I hate bushes as well. Don't worry.
It's just...
Come on, people. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so because we are 30 away. Just 30 away from 2,000.
Really cramping up. My
It's
thumb.
so close I can taste it on the tip of my tongue. I know you don't hate bushes, Lisa. We all know you don't hate bushes. This is common knowledge at this point.
Well, it's not actually. Just because you're a rug muncher don't mean that you like the rug.
I'm not sure you can use that term on YouTube.
Definitely sure you can.
People might go, oh, it's a derogatory term. It's a derogatory term.
Oh.
Would you like me to help?
No.
Are you sure? You sure you don't want me to play with your bush? So is it an early start for you then, Lisa?
Oh my goodness.
Come on, you got this.
Was my thumb wanted to go crazy.
That's the first.
Bush.
Just 4 to go.
No, there was 2.
Just 2 to go.
I've done the 2.
You've done the 2.
Now it's going to be this.
Oh.
Why do they hate me?
Yeah, and that's why I couldn't build Diagon Alley any faster, Lisa, because it was all tiny parts. The whole set. Over 2,000 of the buggers. Tiny parts. Just, and it was really starting to make my fingers sore after every session. My fingers are now slightly calloused, just like they would be had I actually been playing guitar for the last few years. From building that Diagon Alley set. So I do believe that all of the sets that are in that wish list there don't rely on tiny, teeny parts. Because I can't. I just can't.
Yeah, but I did the, Mickey and Minnie. and they're all 1x1s, but this hurts.
Yeah. You can actually have a lie-in. Breakfast ends at 10:30, so you're going to get up at 10. That's fair enough. And that was the one thing about that bloody Eclo, wasn't it? We were like, right, well, we might as well try and get breakfast out of this, salvage the situation, go downstairs. Sorry, the breakfast has ended. You bastards.
I will say the one good thing about the Premier Inn is you don't get kicked out till 12.
No.
The breakfast goes to 11.
And the breakfast is unlimited, and instead of being a buffet, they just cook it to order each time. Like, if you want 3 fry-ups cooked for you separately, they'll do it, won't they?
Yep.
So that's pretty good. And it's all cooked fresh. Well, at our Premier Inn anyway. I know that some Premier Inns will do buffets, but the Eastbourne Seafront one, nope, no buffet. Come on, you've got this.
I think I'm going to have to do like some thumb exercises after this.
I got you that thing. So I bought Chrissy this thing that wraps around each individual finger, and then they're all joined together, and then it's got a tensile strength that attaches to a wrist strap, so you can tense it and make it harder and harder. You could have done it from home tomorrow, but after when the trains went crappy, you figured it would be stress-free. Do you know what? I completely get that, and that's why I think, you know, when it comes to spring trip and when it comes to pretty much any time we drive over to Disney these days, we're just going to go the night before, aren't we? Because it's always worth driving over in the evening and landing at your hotel and being there so that you can wake up fresh to start the day the next day, and you know any mess ups have happened the evening before, rather than you losing any park time, which makes a lot more sense. I think makes a lot more sense. So hello once again, anybody watching on any of the streams that are going out right now, please hit the like button if you haven't already, and of course subscribing to the channel is a massive help. We are 30 subscriptions away from 2,000, and we would really love to hit that mark. So if you could help us out, we would really appreciate it, and we would really appreciate you. And of course, you can become a channel member if you like, and you can do that from just 99 pence a month, and that gains you access to exclusive things like the Members Music Show, which usually happens once a fortnight. But it will actually happen this coming Saturday for the 3rd week in a row, because I'm feeling absolutely lovely and generous. But this time, unfortunately, it will not be open to all. It will be for members only. Either that, or I'll open it for all, but I'll make the chat members only. I haven't quite decided yet. Look, I didn't make 150 little 1x1 dots for you to put together. That was Lego.
Oh, wait. What it's basically telling me now is that I can make this to switch out for that one and that one. But I'm not going to do that, so I don't even need to build it.
So what are you going to do with all these pieces?
Alright, they can just go away.
You're going to put them in the spares pile?
Yep.
So you finished with Himeji Castle?
Yeah, look, I've literally just looked, and it's like, oh, it's so that you can switch them out.
So what we need to do then is
I don't want to switch
we
them
need
out.
to reinstate Big Cam so that they can see it properly. So look, if we reinstate Big Cam, then you can show them off the Himeji Castle goodness, because it's done.
Let me just put away all the spares.
I mean, we're only 39 minutes into the stream, so you're going to have to build these brickheads slowly. Where are you going to put it whilst we build the brickheads?
You can just sit up there.
You have to pick it up.
Look how cute these bits are.
They can't see that.
I'm turning it. You're very impatient, you know,
I know.
that.
Absolutely.
Put it on big screen.
I'd put it on the big screen so you could put it up to hold it
No,
up.
that's the one I want, yeah. Put it on.
Yeah.
Put it back to where it was.
Back to that.
Yep.
Right.
Look at the lovely pink.
It's big. It's heavy.
It's really heavy.
It's Himeji. And it's done. And our last large Lego set within our ownership. So yeah, go
Really heavy.
go and check out our wish list. Or you could always help towards getting some new ones by super chat.
I could just hold it like this.
I mean, you could, but your arm's going to go weak. You're going to drop it.
Never.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Do you want to see the underside?
What, the frame?
Oh my god.
I mean, look how cheap they are. They couldn't even give you a full frame. They're like, yeah, let's give it a big hole in the middle. Should give it. Lisa says, do Takeshi's next. We would do Takeshi's Castle if there was a Takeshi's Castle set.
Still looks like it's a face,
We'd do it. Ooh.
He's got like a top hat on.
Where did you put them brickheads? Are they... I was going to say, are they in arm's reach?
Yeah. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to close this book.
Close the book. Place the book down. Clear the build area.
I think I know where I'm going to put this as well. Because it's big enough
Actually,
to go on the
grab the eel.
Kallax.
Grab the eel. This is next, baby. This is next. This is what's going to be built right now. This is Brickhead's eel. And look, we can take a look at the back. We can take a look at the back. Isn't he cute? Isn't he pretty?
Oh, tell you though, my wrist ain't.
And there he is. Up there in the build area.
Pop. Hate pop box.
Well, it is a pop box. It's unfortunate, but that's exactly what it is.
Chrissy says no.
You know what? For being Sunday night, I'm actually very disappointed in our regular viewers. Vaughn said he would come along and he'd be playing games after the fact. He's told a bunch of porcupines.
Vaughn.
I know.
And he said he'll come down for my birthday.
Yeah, let's not put money on that. I'm just saying.
Just to let you guys know, I do flat pack my boxes because I like to keep boxes and I keep instruction booklets for all of my Lego.
These are the actions of a hoarder.
Shut it. I don't keep, you know, like Dexter's Lego boxes. I don't keep those because his is for his Lego. Mine are like more collectors.
My fingers are firmly crossed that he gets a bunch more sets for his birthday, because then at least that will fill out some content for the week.
He's got one for a mask.
Good evening. Oh look, Dread-Eye finally turned up. 43 minutes late. What sort of time do you call this?
I think Terry's got him one, and I think Sarah's got him one.
I mean, come on. What sort of time does he call this?
7:43.
Hasn't even hit the like button. Turns up 43 minutes late. Hasn't even hit the like button.
Plastic.
I mean, we finished the castle, Dread. The castle's over.
Castle's finished.
We're building Eeyore now. Like actual Eeyore, the press donkey.
If it makes you feel better though, my thumb hurts. So
it kind of makes me feel better.
I'm glad.
Because you were very mean to me at the start of the stream.
Plastic. I really wasn't.
You really were.
It was plastic though.
Really mean to me.
Feel the plastic.
Losing your crap with me whilst alive to put other people, trying to emasculate me on stream. Julie, that's completely acceptable that you've been late because you've been scrubbing the bathroom, but Dread-Eye's got no excuse.
Julie, do you want to come scrub my bath?
He's got no excuse whatsoever. He's been playing with chilies and his garlic, hasn't he?
That's a good enough excuse.
I don't think so. I firmly and wholeheartedly disagree. I do not think that that excuse is good enough. There we go. He's just said yes. He's been playing with chilies and his garlic.
Does anyone else find this a bit weird?
What, the chilies and garlic thing? Then Julie agrees. Yep, he's been playing with his chilies and his garlic.
Yeah. Should we be concerned?
I think we should. Once again, I'm just going to put something in the chat here for you for your consideration, because we've run out of Lego, and Vaughn said to me while we were playing Fortnite the other night, "You need to make an Amazon list of Lego sets. Make an Amazon list and share it out." So I've done that. I've made an Amazon list of Lego sets, and I'm going to pin it. There we go. It's for your consideration. And yes, some of the sets in there are 400 quid. I want the Tower of Orthanc, Barad-dûr, from Lord of the Rings. I will say this.
I don't like Lord of the Rings.
Amazon's Lego sets are quite limited in what they have. And they are not the best priced. Some of them are really good priced. But for the most part, you can get them cheaper in Smith's Toys.
Well,
For the most part. You've been freezing your ass off in the garden today as there was no rain. Oh, so you had to go and water the plants. Oof. That's never good. Julie, could you also hit the like button? While we're at it. Because it helps share it out. As you can tell, I am not very tuneful tonight. There's no music because Chrissy hath returned. Tiana's back, says, hi Julie, I'm having difficult time with people sorting that out, and then I'll be back. Sorry, guys. Tiana's really in and out tonight, isn't she? It's like, basically what I think has happened is she's gone and done a live music stream on TikTok. Good for her, first and foremost. And then TikTok's been TikTok. And then people are probably sending her some inappropriate messaging, and some people are being mean for the sake of being mean, and some people are being really nice and lovely, of course, because it's TikTok. But, you know, the internet be interneting, as we like to say. Oh, you've been potting bulbs, clearing branches, and repotting more plants. All the while, Dreadeye was sitting inside, in the warm, playing with his chilies and his garlic.
I think my daffodils are coming up.
We have daffodils?
Yeah.
Where on earth do we have daffodils?
We potted them, didn't we?
Oh, what, when...
You weren't here.
In the grave?
Yeah. In all three of them.
In all... You potted daffodils in all three graves?
Yeah.
You could have given each animal a different flower.
No, there are different bulbs in there. Apparently they come up at different times of the year. Like, my mum's like big on plants. So she's like, we will plant these.
I think
and
I
I'm
was
like,
here.
okay.
I think I just didn't come out the back with you.
No, you weren't. You weren't here. I don't know where you were, but you weren't here because I took the kids round to the range.
Yeah. You think it's going to be a third on how it's going? Look, Tiana, once again, the internet going to internet, right? And
Deary me.
at your age, you're just getting into that sort of you're just getting into seeing that and seeing the good and the bad side of the internet. But younger me could have really benefited from the advice that I'm about to give you.
Ignore.
It really is that simple, right? Because at the end of the day, the one thing you have to remember is, for the most part, these are words on a screen. And words on a screen can only affect us in the real world if we allow them to. So, at the end of the day, you have to compartmentalize it, and you have to sort of recall and remember, this is just a bunch of words on a screen. And your most powerful tool for the nastiness and for the inappropriate ones is the block button. You just block it and it's gone. Judy says it's okay, he's on kitchen duties tonight, so he's not ordering another free Indian, you're just making him cook. So, okay, that's good at least. Oh, she said he did pop out for 10 minutes to help with the trees. And he says the garlic's in the greenhouse, but the greenhouse is not really outside, is it? It's not really out. What's he cooking? What's he making? I made a roast chicken. It was very nice.
I was going to say, you guys do eat really late. We used to be exactly the same.
We did, and now I try and get us fed before 6 p.m, don't I?
Yeah, well, we used to feed the kids separate and then we'd eat later. But when I joined Slimming World, it's a lot better for you to eat earlier.
Oh, he's making chicken tacos. I think that deserves a like on the stream to whoever's watching.
Tacos.
Chicken taco, burrito.
I'll come for dinner.
Or that Cartman used to sing when he had his little Jennifer Lopez hand, my taco-flavoured kisses. Yes, Dreadeye, I understand the greenhouse is outdoors. You have to go outdoors to get to the greenhouse.
Oh my
but once you are
gosh.
inside the greenhouse, you are inside the greenhouse.
Yeah, you're not outside in the blustery wind like your missus.
Yeah, I get that as well, Julie. She says running a business changes routine big time. I completely understand that. And you know what? I think my routine's about to be thrown right up into the air because I have decided that outside of the streams, starting this coming Monday with Tuesday off for Dexter's birthday, but I'm going to spend 6 to 8 hours a day on content and promotion. So I'm going to treat this like it's a real business. It's not quite at that point yet, but we have to get it to that point at some point. So I'm going to start running promotion on, like, not paid promotion or anything. I'm going to manually do promotion on Instagram, on Facebook, because we've got a page over there. If you're on Facebook, just go and find Real Review UK. We are there. We're gonna run promotion on X. We're gonna run. I'm gonna try and shoot, edit, and upload a daily video outside of the streams. Because we really want to drive engagement. We want to put more eyes on the channel. I have a huge appreciation for Lisa at the moment. I know she's hanging about. I don't know if she's still in the chat, but I know she's hanging about because she's provided the last couple of videos. Like, she shot them and put them in a Dropbox for me while she was in Disneyland Paris, and then I've been editing them out, and I'll put them out. There's another one sitting in the back end of the channel right now that should be released tomorrow. And that's a nighttime construction update for Big Thunder Mountain. But I have decided to I decided to go a bit crazy on that video, and Lisa, you'll see what I mean when it comes out tomorrow. I have completely recolored every inch of that video. I've graded it. I've tried to make it look a bit more cinematic, feel punchier. I've dialed up the contrast. I've edited it out, and it looks like a completely different video to what you've shot, even though it is pretty much exactly the video that you shot. But I spent a long time this afternoon learning more about color science when I was editing. And your video, the nighttime Big Thunder Mountain one, is the experiment. So it comes out tomorrow. Hopefully at some point in the early afternoon. I have to do a thumbnail. I have to do the back end. I have to get it all prepared and ready for release. You've also done a tour of the prison cell. You'll need to give me some information on the prison cell, but I'll very much, if you stick that in the same Dropbox, I'll bring that down and I'll edit it and I'll make it. You were just taking the piss because of the track lights are on 24/7. And in fact, Lisa, in the intro to that video, a little thing pops up in the corner and it says, Reporter Lisa, the snarky one. It says that in the video. I put it there. So that's absolutely there. Like I say, I'm just sort of playing around with the style of our videos. I'm trying to give them a certain look and a certain feel, because I've said it before, I'll say it again. When it comes to the theme park vlogging and the hotel stuff and stuff like that, there are so many people in this country that sit in that space. And I think we need to stand out. Yes, our humour is quite standoutish as well. But I think we need to raise our game. I think we need to raise the types of shots we're doing, the type of editing we're doing, the fact that we're color grading everything, we're making it look and sound the best that it can. So whilst I don't, I'm not going to be a quote unquote boss, I hope that we can sort of learn from each other and we can implement the same sort of styling when we go out and shoot, because a lot of this will be, the shots will be made obviously as they are, but the videos will very much be made in the edit rather than what we used to do, which was film a vlog of the day. So that's the idea anyway. And yes, it's a lot more work, but I think doing that work, sitting back and actually doing, I think is going to pay dividends in the end, because the quality will hopefully stand for itself. I strive to try and make every video better than the last, and I'm coming up with like a standardized structure for these videos and the types of cinematic shots that I'm going to want to take. At the moment, it's all sitting in my head, but I will note it down and I will write it down, and I always change them up slightly. Chrissy is just like, I want to do Lego.
He doesn't stop talking.
Well, that's what you're meant to do on a stream. You're meant to talk.
You see, he's been very snappy today.
You're not meant to sit in silence, are we? We'll sit like this.
See what I mean? It's just every time I've gone to talk, you're like, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, all right, I'll just shut up.
Because you bullied me earlier.
I'll just let him bloody talk. Did not bully you, mate.
You absolutely did. People can go back and see it.
People will go back and see it and they'll be like, shut up, Ben.
Anyway, that's the idea. How's Eeyore coming along?
Coming. It looks as miserable as I feel. It's got no head at the moment, so...
It used to be about there.
Poor little thing. Well, who's the one building the Lego?
Well, you need to have it in frame.
You need to have it
People need to be able to see it. Or what?
This is why I had to go at him earlier, because he's like, oh, you're not in frame. And I'm like, how do you expect me to be in frame when there's a big damn castle there?
Lisa says, go watch my new short. I did. And I put a like on it and everything.
I'm not magical.
Has it had a load of views? I hope it has, because I can't seem to get shorts to clock off. They used to go off. I mean, this latest one that I put out today, 62 views. That's it. Just 62 views. But video-wise, your Newport Bay Compass Club is on 87. The Disney Village tour is on 854 views. So, that's doing well.
Yeah, they always loved the Disney Village, didn't they?
I don't know why. I also noticed...
I'm not going to lie to you guys as well. If you go to Disney Village, it's actually pretty shit.
You know our, the honest review I filmed of Butlins in May, the one where we were sitting at the bench? That's earned 40 quid.
What, the one of us just being like, it's shit?
The one where we're sitting at the bench.
Yeah, I know. And it was, I remember, because we had to rush home because Dexter had the doctor's appointment because of his cough. Do you remember? Yeah,
Tiana, I mean, as it stands...
See, he always does this as well. I'm talking and he's just like, talks about something completely different. Okay.
But there's a question in the chat.
I know, but I was talking still.
Continue to talk then.
When Dexter had the cough and we had to rush back, so we did like a really quick, like 5-minute exit, didn't we? Of just explaining like, oh, Butlins is crap. And then we had to rush back because of Dexter.
That one, it's earned 40 quid.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I wanted.
I looked at it earlier and I was like, well, that's half the cost of a Butlins break.
Not including food.
Not including food, no, but the room.
Not that I think I'd go back for the food, because that was terrible. Anyway, carry on with whatever Tiana wanted.
Tiana said, is there anything I can help you guys with? I love helping people, please, if possible. Like, at the moment, we're so up in the air that I couldn't possibly say.
Got so much going on at the moment, like... I think there's so much going on in our heads at the moment.
There really is.
Not even to do with the channel.
No, I mean, I haven't even started planning... I haven't started planning theme park season yet, and I really should have started planning theme park season, because I should be planning this year well in advance. But I haven't. And... that's...
I'm worrying about September.
You're worrying about September. I'm also worrying about September. Dexter's turning 11 on Tuesday. You always worry about that. Are we going to make the kid's birthday good? Is it going to be...
Nah, I'm not bothered about that.
Are you not?
No. They get good birthdays. They always do.
And they get the presents that they want.
They get what they want. You know what I mean? Just... His birthday's been sorted for ages, so...
Since before Christmas.
Yeah, so it's not...
I think this might be the first time in history we've sorted it that quickly.
He'll have a good birthday. And, you know, there's so many kids out there that don't get anything, so...
That's very true. Tiana says, I hope he has an amazing birthday. He will have an amazing birthday. She wishes him all the best. Yeah, but Lisa, I'm also struggling with the same thing, like, when it comes to September and stuff like that. And you know what? That could be what's causing the problem in my face. Because the more I look into this, the more it looks like it's probably a mild form of Bell's palsy, which is mostly stress-related. And I know that this whole school thing that Dexter's going through is stressing me the fuck out. I try not to let it, or at least I try not to show it. But I think about it every day. I do. And I think about it from a different perspective as well. And you know, even Chrissy's friend Terry said to me, you need to tell the local authority, because obviously being in the same situation myself and having to have gone through mainstream school with no support whatsoever, it was hell for me. It was more than hell for me.
But do you honestly think they're going to listen?
Well, I already told them.
Exactly.
I told them.
So it doesn't mean anything to them.
And it doesn't. I mean, we had a meeting with the local authority. Sure, it was a telephone meeting, but when we were talking about the schooling, and I interjected because Chrissy was having the meeting, and I gave my point of view. I said, I've done this. I've experienced this. I know, and it's affected me. It's really badly affected me, and I don't wish for it to affect my son in the way that it's affected me. They know that, and yet they did nothing. Yes, there is a formal appeal. I mean, it's just a matter of time, isn't it? It's a matter of time. It's a matter of stress.
The thing is, the appeal you have to do 2 months after the fact, up to 2 months after the fact. So you've got 2 months to appeal the decision. Now, the other problem that we have is that we have to make a decision, because if you don't apply for travel by April, it means that I can't be at 2 different schools at the same time.
Well, it's impossible.
So basically, in order for Dexter to even go to the school that they've put down, I would have to apply for help with travel, which means that he would get a taxi that would take him to school and pick him up, so that I could still get Lila to school, because her school is...
You say you, I drive them to school every morning.
Further away from... The point is, whoever picks them up or drops them off, you can't be in 2 places at the same time, can you? That's my point I'm getting across.
Well, no.
So I can't be in 2 different schools at the same time when they're not near each other. But we have to apply for that travel by April, so we have to make a decision by then on what we are doing, whether the appeal goes through or not. Because if it comes to after that fact and we go, you know what, we're going to try it with this school, we then can't get travel.
No, she can't come this way because the wires are too sensitive.
And we can't.
And, oh God, I think she just killed the stream.
You did that to her. Come here. Come on.
Oh God, I don't even know if we're live.
Come on.
No,
Float
she's
off.
on everything.
Come on. Yep. There you go.
I think we're live. Stream's okay, is it? Thank you.
Taking that.
Tiana says, yeah, sorry.
Good old big ginger cat.
She just walked all over the equipment.
Well, the thing is, Ben pushes her.
And
then she does that. And no, get down.
Emma Watts says you're live. And Emma Watts, good evening. I hope you're well. Once again, what time do you call this? An hour and 3 minutes into the stream?
No.
Are we even... Yeah, there we go. There we go.
Lawrence? No, not meow.
I'm just trying to work out if I can actually move it a bit more.
I think something's going on outside.
What? With the neighbours?
Yeah.
Is there screaming and shouting?
Yeah. No, Flo.
You're at your daughter's house for the day. You know what? I'll let you off.
Yeah, anyway, so that is where we are at with that. I don't know what to do.
There's no easy answer. There's no right answer. Down. My God. There's just no boundaries with these animals, is there? They don't understand boundaries at all. And you've nearly built Eeyore. I'm going to put him like that so they can see him. There he is. How cute is that? That is extremely cute.
He looks so sad.
Well, he does. I mean, he is a depressed donkey. That's what Eeyore is. Yeah, nobody likes Eeyore. Yes, but Mummy, i.e. me, is not... I'm not emotionally available for the cat right now. Well, this little Eeyore here is £10.99, Emma. So you can order them directly from Lego, shop.lego.com. They're called Brickheads, and they're £10.99.
Are they?
They are.
They used to be just $9.99.
Yeah, inflation. Inflation.
Disgraceful behaviour.
Yes, you can say bad mummy all you like, Lisa. You're right. But, you know, like I said, I'm just not emotionally available for her right now.
Oh, God, yeah. She's just besotted with Ben all the time.
Florence deserves all the love in my time. It's, you know, not all of the time. There's such a thing as too much of a good thing. Did you just give Eeyore his mohawk?
I did. Check it out. His little mohawk.
No.
I'm about to do his tail now. We like pin the tail on the donkey.
And well, Eeyore literally is a case of pin the tail on the donkey, isn't he?
Oh no.
Have you lost something? You've lost something.
It's the blue pea.
Almost definitely. So here.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
There you go.
Thank you.
Good thing I saw that, isn't it? Good thing I saw that. But yes, the Eeyore is a very nice little build.
Sure.
It's a brickhead, and they usually are. You know, they're sort of around £10 each, usually £10, £11. They're quite small for what they are. But this is Lego. I mean, that Himeji Castle was well over £100. They're small for what they are.
His little pin the tail on the donkey. Ready? We're going to pin the tail on the donkey. I'm not doing it blindfold.
You used to work for Adam's old boss as one of her senior chaperones. The nightmare your clients' families have with the support for their kids, they never make it easy for you parents. No, they don't. And they never will make it easy for us parents because, you know...
We're missing another piece.
Which piece?
A black tile.
You know... I mean, you've got one sticking out here. It's too big.
Way too big.
Way too big. That's probably gone flying then.
Damn it, cat! No, don't come over
See,
to me.
we moan about... We moan about... Well, I say we. Our councils, our government moan. They say, oh, we can't put your kid in a special school because we simply don't have the money to do it. Yet we've got a daily budget of literally millions of pounds to put random people whose identities we don't even know in 4-star hotels. All over the country. Now, I'm not saying, before anybody gets angsty with me, that genuine asylum seekers should not be at least considered for asylum. They absolutely should. But how do we know that any of these people are?
God damn it, we're going to have to go without.
And the reason I say that is because they throw their IDs, their passports, whatever, in the ocean as they're coming across.
That'll do.
So that we don't know their identities. We don't know who they are, and they simply say asylum.
No, it won't.
And then they get put up in a 4-star hotel, 3 meals a day, priority access to NHS doctors, priority access to dentists,
Is that it?
and they don't even have enough money for a few extra places for special needs children. Well, Lisa, I will say this. There are 12 hotels on Eastbourne Seafront, most of which are 4-star, that are housing exclusively asylum seekers. Now, once again, like I say, I'm not going to sit here and say... I'm not going to sit here and say that genuine asylum seekers don't deserve to have their cases considered. I worry that there's a difference between economic migrants and asylum seekers, and economic migrants should be rooted out and not allowed into the system. I mean, it might be a poor comparison, right? It may well be a poor comparison, but what I'm saying is...
What, our old hospital they're turning into?
The Esperance Hospital.
The Esperance Hospital in our town, which Eastbourne all the people here rallied against, and somehow the council said they weren't going ahead with it, but they are.
But they are.
Because they always lie. And they're changing it into...
they're going to house 140
immigrants. So
migrants in it. And they're literally starting construction this week. And so there's already 12 hotels on the seafront.
But you walk through our town, you see all these homeless people. Where do they go?
And you know, at the end of the day, whilst I think that there is a genuine case for asylum seekers, and genuine asylum seekers, I think that the resentment in the country is completely understandable, in so much as
come here.
There's
it's because it's happening in our towns.
There's no dispelling. I mean, I'm not taking my anger out on anybody. And I don't want to take my anger out on these people, and I especially don't want to take my anger out on people that are genuinely fleeing persecution and war-torn nations. I believe that not just us, but I believe that all, you know, major nations, or at least Western liberal democracies, should help people that are fleeing persecution. I mean,
I just say that the government fails at everything.
We let's put her across. I mean, there's an argument.
Hey, kitty.
There's an argument to be made. I mean, Emma, it's not as simple as that. It's far more nuanced than that, because
I think everyone's had enough, haven't they? It's kind of like you go down to... I've been reading quite a lot, right? And our NHS is overrun, our doctors are overrun, our dentists are overrun. There are too many people in this country for what we have. The schools are overrun. You know, there's like 35 children in my son's class. That was never the case when we were back at school.
Yeah, now, the thing is...
So the schools... I'm not finished. So the schools are overrun. The nurseries are overrun. There is not enough for everybody, okay? And we need to make... Something needs to give, okay? Either people need to stop repopulating, or we need to stop letting people in.
Yeah.
It's simple as that.
Well, once again, there's a nuance there, because there are plenty of things that our government could stop spending money on. There are plenty of things that our government could stop spending money on. And yet they're extremely wasteful. Like you say, Lisa, this is an easy out for people to go against, because the bill is so high, right? The bill is so high. It's to the tune of, I think it's over £1 billion a week at this point. The bill is massive. However, the bill against other things is just as big. But where we have an issue is that the government, especially the Labour government, so I'm shocked they're not doing this, are not doing enough to dispel the fact that there could be an issue, right? Lisa says they underfunded the NHS for all of the Tory government. They are so happy people think it isn't their fault, though.
Oh, I totally agree. Like, you look at our hospital, our nearest DGH.
Yeah.
So we've got a massive hospital right by us in Eastbourne, and we are the closest one. The only other ones are like 40 miles.
It serves 250,000 people.
Yeah, we have 40 miles one way, 40 miles the other way, okay? Now, they decided in their infinite wisdom to shut down most of our hospital, okay? And I'm talking about the heart clinic.
The maternity unit's gone.
If you have a heart attack, make sure you're between Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, because otherwise you ain't going to our local hospital.
There's no cardiologist.
Right? And then if you had a baby, like with me, I had to go all the way over to Hastings, which is like a 40, 50-mile trip.
But that's nothing to do with migrants. This
right?
is nothing to do with migrants.
No, I'm saying this is... They decided in their infinite wisdom to shut down most of our hospital. Why? You know, our hospital serves... Eastbourne, it serves our nearest towns around us as well. It's our main hospital. But you walk into A&E, you now look at 9 hours to see somebody. And I'm not saying that is even the migrants' fault, because I think doctors need to step up, because you can't even see a doctor nowadays.
Florence down.
Yeah, the NHS is strained, and it's... Loads of people say, oh, you should, we should turn into America and all that with the insurance system.
Absolutely not.
It's tricky.
I think that if people want to have private healthcare and want to pay for insurance, that option should be on the table.
I just think, as I said, right, that there are too many people in this country. I mean, they are building all around us. Every single bit of land we have, they are erecting new housing estates. But they're not building the doctors to go with it. They're not building the schools to go with it.
They're not.
So they're not building everything that comes with a whole new town being built.
I mean...
And this is where there's so much now strain on all the services because there's too many people. And I'm not just saying about immigrants. I'm talking about in general that the population has boomed.
So I want to play devil's advocate with you for a minute there, Lisa, right? Because whilst I agree with you that the funding is shit for the NHS.
Well, it's not funding to the NHS, it's the managers at the high end that do nothing and get the money.
It's not even them, right? So the NHS is stacked with about 1 million too many employees sitting in middle management roles that do nothing. I mean, even your friend who works in the NHS, who I know also, I won't name them, obviously because we're on stream, said in order to get anything done, she has to talk to her manager, who has to talk to their manager, who has to talk to their manager, and then their manager, right?
Yeah.
So the NHS is funded to the tune of about £1 billion every 3 days. Actually, about £1.3 billion every 3 days. And there's a lot of waste. And I mean, when I spoke to the executives at our hospital, and I did speak to them, they said that when they have to contract things, because of the way that it's all set up, they have to give the contract to the highest bidder, not the lowest. So they end up paying like nearly £250,000 for a stud wall. And it's ridiculous. I mean, you know, our disabled mate Dale could spend 2 days having been to Wicks slowly, but he could build a stud wall for him for 150 quid. But they end up paying, they pay £125 for a stapler, she told me. £125 for a stapler.
Julie, did they reopen the hospital?
So
I know during COVID times, obviously, pretty much everything shut down. So
I mean, the money is there, and I'm not saying it is funded properly. I'm saying there could be more money, but what I'm saying is there's a lot of waste, and there's a lot of cuts that could be made.
Do you know what else also could ease? We had something in our town called a walk-in doctor's clinic that was in town.
In the train station.
In the train station. And anyone could walk in and you fill out a thing and you get seen by a doctor, right? And this took so much pressure off the DGH, off our hospital, because people could turn up there to see any doctor if they needed to. And yet they decided in their infinite wisdom, once again, to shut that down.
Yeah, that's close. That's gone.
And people even now still think it's there.
I've said this before when I was doing the other show that I won't name. It needs to be someone like me or you, Lisa. And I'll tell you why it needs to be someone like me or you. Because we are autistic and we are indifferent. And what needs to happen is that someone indifferent needs to come in. Needs to look at where the waste is happening. Needs to trim the fat and not trim the fat and say we're not having that funding. They need to say that that funding can now be rediverted to frontline services. Because I'm telling you, every year there are billions upon billions of pounds just being completely wasted on swathes of middle management. I mean, there was a job going at our local, not our local Eastbourne one, but the Hastings Hospital for £125,000 a year for art curator. £125,000 a year for someone to decide what pictures go on the wall.
Yeah.
I would fire that person in an instant without any hesitation.
Yeah.
No hesitation whatsoever.
They ain't needed.
£125,000 a year in one hospital to hang pictures and to not even do the hanging properly. They're probably even paying contractors to do that.
Oh, yeah.
To just decide what's being hung on the wall.
That's what I mean. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I mean, also, when I went in to have my children, you know, Ben's nan came in each time to see me. And she could not believe how downhill it has become since having her children, where she said there's absolutely no compassion. There is nothing anymore where you're a number in the system and you're in, you're out. You know, there's no care for the mother. You're just a number. Sooner they can get you out, the better. Frees up a bed.
Yeah, and I mean, they're paying over £100 for a stapler. And that's somebody in the executive suite told me that at Eastbourne District General Hospital.
Yeah, I mean, back in the day, you used to have midwifery homes. You know, so
Mother and baby units.
people didn't even have to go to a hospital to have a baby. They could go to a midwifery home where they had midwives that would deliver the babies absolutely fine.
What happened is Tony Blair and New Labour, that they started the downfall of the NHS with what they call PFI. It's called Private Finance Initiative. It was basically the private sector building public hospitals, and the government guaranteeing them, and they could basically spend what they wanted. And this is how it all began. PFI was the worst thing that ever happened to the NHS, and it was Tony Blair and New Labour that did that. And unfortunately, let's face it, the Conservatives are the party of private industry. That's just a fact. That is what they are, and they have turned around and they've just expanded down that road, and they've made it worse and worse and worse and worse. And the private sector. Now, inherently, I'm not opposed to the private sector working within the NHS. I'm not opposed to that if they're going to provide the frontline service and they're going to provide it at a costly manner. I mean, if it gives the patient extra choice.
Yeah, I mean, there's sometimes as well that we've been sent to private because that's where the NHS send you.
Yeah. So like I say, inherently, I'm not opposed to that. But like Lisa is suggesting here, what PFI basically begun was the selling off of the NHS. And that just wasn't ever on the cards. Like I said, Emma, it's not so much about a lack of funding as it is about waste. It's
where the funding's going.
It's just so. I mean, the National Health Service, the British National Health Service, is one of the world's biggest employers. It has over 5 million employees. Okay, a lot of them do nothing.
I mean, the thing is,
because that's not frontline. That's not frontline staff.
I mean, we all turn around and say lack of funding, but then if we actually think and look into it and where their funding goes, that's where the real problem lies.
Yeah, well, that is, like I said, you need someone.
It's basically like they're throwing money down the drain.
You need someone who can be emotionally indifferent to go in and look at the books and go, probably have a heart attack at how the money's spent, and then start slashing, but not slashing frontline services. Slashing everything that can be slashed in order to redivert that money into an expansion of frontline services.
In other words, fire most of the useless
middle management's got to go.
Management.
It's got to go. I mean, they don't do anything. It's like a cushy public sector job.
Yeah, but the thing is as well, it's the people on the front line that get all the flack.
Well, exactly.
They get all the abuse and stuff thrown at them because.
I mean, let's face it. We go to A&E now. We go to whenever we go to A&E. I see about 10 security guards.
That happened,
right? Now they're a private company being contracted by the NHS to provide security for an accident emergency. 15 years ago, there were no security guards.
No.
But the handling of the NHS has got to such a point that security guards are required because people are so upset and angry. That's what's happened here. But yeah, I'm not saying security guards are a waste of money, because I think at this particular point in time, they're probably required. Because as Chrissy says, the people that take it on the chin are the frontline doctors and the frontline nurses.
Yeah.
Well, perhaps there was, Lisa. Perhaps there was, but I don't think there are as many. Security guards. I don't think there are as many, and they certainly weren't as prevalent.
They definitely weren't like as many as there are today. Like you walk into our A&E and you've got about 4 of them walking around
At any one time.
And you never had that. Like they might have been out the back or something beforehand, but now they're right in your face. And you do see them quite a lot of the time handle people.
But unfortunately,
people do kick off.
This is not an issue that's going to be solved by this current government. And I'll tell you exactly why. Because who do you think Keir Starmer's closest advisor is?
Yeah, I definitely agree.
Take 3 guesses who Keir Starmer's closest advisor is. Tony Blair.
Oh.
And he started this. He started this.
Can I just say, though, the main people that I feel for right now are the elderly. Because do you know how many elderly are in the hospital and they're not being looked after? They're left to lie in their own feces, their own mess. They can't feed themselves, yet they'll be left alone.
Yeah, but once again, this is not actually the fault of the frontline staff because...
Is it not? Because there's those nurses that are on those wards that
Yeah, but they're
are the ones that are leaving them.
Yeah, but the nurses that are on those wards are leaving them because they're tending to the other 50 patients they've got.
Are they? Are they? Because from what I saw when I was in the hospital all those months, was the nurse, the midwives and that too busy at their desk
I need to move the camera again.
laughing on their phones,
I can't move the camera again.
not paying any attention to all the poor people around them that needed help. That's what I saw firsthand. Now, I know that everybody has different opinions and different outlooks, and everyone has a different, you know, you go to hospital, you see different things. You know, Ben went in, they were absolutely fabulous. You know, this one nurse.
Beth.
But it doesn't mean they all are. Just because you have a good experience down there doesn't mean everyone does. And this is what I see a lot of the time is where people go, well, I don't know what you're talking about because I went down there and I had a fab time. Well, you might have done. But someone else probably had a horrid time and weren't looked after properly, or their mum might have been not looked after properly. And that's very sad.
It is very sad.
And I think that these nurses, a lot of these nurses, these doctors and whatnot do need to be put up to account on a lot of it. Like, there used to be matrons, didn't there?
They still are.
I think there still are matrons.
Yeah, there still are.
Yeah. But it's usually when the matrons get involved that the nurses are finally brought up to task.
Yeah. I also...
I get very angry.
I also want to push back on your...
Yeah, Emma, I've seen a lot of neglect.
I want to push back on your claim there, Lisa, that Keir is a Tory, because I don't think there's any differentiation between what we would call Tories and Labour at all now. I call them the purple pie.
Do you know what I was about to say? I was like, I don't think it matters who's in power. They screw it up either way, so...
Well, let's face it, the agenda, especially when it comes to the selling off of the NHS, has just rolled on and on and on since New Labour. And New Labour were essentially red Tories, and then the current crop of Tories that recently governed the country for 14 years were just blue Labour. New Labour.
Can I once again, though, just say, I thought he was for the working class, and what he's done to the old people...
No such thing as for the working class anymore.
Whatever. But what he's done to the elderly, once again, I mean, does anyone stick up for the elderly at all?
No.
No. Because the hospitals, all I see is neglect of the elderly.
Yeah.
And then you've got Keir Starmer, who is doing everything in his power to make them die.
I mean, this is a man that literally would attack Sunak on... Can you guarantee that the elderly are not going to lose their winter fuel payments? Can you guarantee that, Rishi? And then the first thing he does when he gets into power is take away their bloody winter fuel payments.
Disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. These are people that have worked all their lives and have paid their taxes and everything, and that's how they get treated.
Well, like I said, I
mean, the retirement age is like something stupid now.
I get... Right. I'm not going to be a voter because there's no party in this current crop that represents my interests. And I know a lot of people will ultimately, they're going to fly. Okay, this is just my observation and my prediction.
Ben, spit it out.
They're going to flee to reform. And I think that's a mistake because Nigel Farage is just establishment Tory. I'm sorry to say it. He's a banker. He's a rich. He's just he used to be a Tory, I believe, at one point. He's just old school establishment Tory, and he's not a saviour.
Yeah, but I think people want change. I think that's the
problem. But they're not gonna get change.
Yeah, but the thing is, you've got, like, in America, people voted Trump because they wanted change, because they're sick and tired of the same people not giving change. So I'm not saying that reform are going to give change, but I'm saying that people will probably vote that way because they've had enough and they probably want to go, well, we'll be like America. And, you know, we want something to happen here that's... Because we just go round and round circles otherwise.
Yeah, we will just...
Tory, Labour, they're all the same. And
but like I say, I'm simply... There's no
hands on that man.
There's no one that represents my interests, and so I can't give anyone my vote.
I just want people to defend the elderly. All they've done is work all their bleeding lives, given back, given population to this bleeding country, and they get pushed to the sideline. Well, I'm sorry, whilst immigrants get everything handed to them. I think it's damn right disgusting. That's what I've got to say on that.
I mean, look.
That's what I've got to say about that.
Like I say, and this is to a point where
this is why people get angry.
But
I'm not even political.
But the thing is, our governments, successive, plural, have not tried to dispel this at all. They want people going down this road. And, I mean, look, listen. Go and watch the movie Wicked. Because Jeff Goldblum, as the wizard, makes a very good point. If you want the people to be united, give them a good enemy.
Yeah, give them something to be afraid of.
And that's exactly what the government are doing with what we call the boat people. They are, because they could dispel this. They could say, look, we understand your frustration. We're going to get it under control. You know, we're going to make sure that boats are turned back, for example. Australia did it, and they did it quite successfully.
I think we should follow Australia's way. You know how Australia, like, you can only let people in if they're, you know, if they bring a career.
Well, it's a point-based system.
Yeah.
It's called the points-based system.
Yeah, and so they've got to have a career that they need. You've got to have a sponsor. You've got to have a certain amount in your bank. Blah, blah. They don't just let everyone in. I wouldn't be able to go over there and be like, yo, let me in. Well, actually, I don't know because I'm English, but I'm not sure what their rules are there. But I just think we need to be stricter and not go, everyone, come in, please, come on in.
Well, that's exactly what I mean, Lisa. That's exactly what I mean. They want you to have a good enemy. They want you to have somebody to blame. And like I say, they could solve this problem. Because it is a problem. Let's face it. It is this unchecked migration across the channel here is an issue. People do throw their IDs into the sea. We have no idea who they are. We have no idea where they're from.
Can I just say one thing I don't like, though?
What?
How America call them aliens.
Yeah,
I find that so weird. I don't know if anyone else does. I just, like, you know, illegal immigrants. But they call them illegal aliens or something, don't they? And I'm like, what? It took me a while to get my head, like, going, now I know what they're talking about. But before I was like, what are they talking about?
I'm going to have to push this in a bit. But,
anyway, whatever.
But they kick their feet. They kick their feet. They could solve this issue. They could say, right, you give us your ID, you give us, you know, and we're going to treat you like an asylum seeker if you appear to have, we can verify who you are and you have a genuine claim to asylum. And then they could say to anybody else, I'm sorry, but we have to reject you. And they could send them back to their point of origin, probably France. I mean, we pay France enough money anyway, as it is.
Yeah, see, this is it, isn't it? Because if you're, what's it called? If you are an actual asylum seeker, you're supposed to find the nearest safe spot.
You are supposed to stop at the first safe country to which you come.
But they don't. They'll go through and continue on to us. Now, I know that we've got the NHS and everything, and we've got...
Correct, Lisa.
A lot that comes.
Correct. Calais have an app. I mean, we pay them millions upon millions upon millions of pounds a year to try and, you know, stop these boats going off the shore, for people attaching themselves to trains, to people getting on the trucks. We pay them so much money to do this, and they just don't do it, first and foremost. But secondly, you know, if the government really wanted... I mean, we've both seen how they've been treated in France. It is not nice. France do not treat them nice. But if they really wanted to sort of try and differentiate between, you know, a genuine asylum seeker and an economic migrant, they could. They could do it today. They could do it tomorrow, and they could put a flat-out ban on saying, well, if you're going to throw your ID in the sea, you're not going to tell us who you are, where you've come from.
Oh, of course the French want them to come to us.
prove your genuine claim for asylum. At the point of meeting us, then you're going to instantly be rejected. I mean, obviously...
no, it's not rocket science, is it?
Obviously, there are going to be outliers. But they're not doing that. And the reason they're not doing that is because, like I said, it gives the people a good enemy. And people need to realise at some point that they are being played. They are being played by the powers that be, by their government. And it's not just on this issue. I mean, come on, people. Look at what your governments did to you for the years of 2020 to 2023. Just look at what they did to you. They made you wear things over your face when they knew there was no scientific evidence whatsoever for you to do so. And not only did they know it, they published it until they...
And we're going off course now.
No, we're not. I'm making a point.
Okay. You carry on your point.
The government know how to deal with these things. They know what's right. They know what's wrong. And yet, oftentimes, they do what's wrong just to play you.
I've made an ear. Just thought I'd throw that
Show
out
them
there.
the ear.
I am. Turn around, does it? What? Oh.
Emma says we should use our battleships to take them back. Now, that's a little bit... could end up becoming a war crime.
It's because we've put those on the wrong way. Hang about.
Right? You have to be extremely careful when doing things like that. Because you could end up inadvertently committing a war crime without even being in a war.
Dagnammit.
So, you do have to be careful, but there are certain ways we can deter these things. This situation could have been under control years ago. If the government of the day had the will to do it, they would have done it. But they don't. They don't have the will to do it. And it seems like it's because, at this point, the only decision that I can come to, the only conclusion that I can come to, is that they are playing you. Well, look.
I don't know what I'm right about.
No, I think me going off topic, first and foremost. But...
Oh, God, yeah, exactly. Lisa, yeah, wars are always avoidable. I hate wars. I hate people that get caught. I mean, Dexter keeps asking about these things, about wars.
I don't want to see any arguments in the chat, by the way. Lively debates, certainly, but I don't want to see people,
No one's arguing.
I'm just saying, I'm setting some ground rules.
Chill, dude.
I'm just saying, if you have disagreements, please disagree respectfully.
I will disagree respectfully.
That's all I'm saying. If you have disagreements, please disagree. We're not that other channel. So, we're talking...
I like it. It's good.
I'm just saying, I just want people to disagree respectfully.
It's
Because
good
I
to
know
have a
that
bit
people
of,
have very... I mean, me and Lisa disagree on tons of stuff.
Yeah.
And we can have quite lively debates.
I see some things on Lisa's Facebook, to be fair, and I have to scroll past. Because I'm like, don't do it, Chrissy. Don't do it. Don't do it.
But look,
And I see it on someone else's Facebook that we have in common a lot.
but at the end of the
And
day...
if I do... Wait, I'm not finished. And if I do say stuff on there, she never responds to me, which I think just proves my point.
Well, I will say this. Ukraine is shouldn't be treated as well as it's being treated.
Oh, God, are we now on Ukraine?
Well, Lisa seems to think we treat the white ones a bit better. And I can certainly see where you're coming from on that, by the way. But once again, it all comes down to what the hell, who the hell are these people, right? Because from my point of view, if an asylum seeker turns up, they're white, they're brown, they've got a genuine claim to asylum. They say, look, I'm from this place, I am this person, I am being persecuted. I think we should help them.
Yeah, but they don't. That's the problem. They throw all their stuff off board. Most of them turn up as single young men. And we don't know who we're letting into the country. I'm sorry, I have a daughter and I have a son. And who do you know who you're letting in? Who do you know,
And before people say, right, because I do see an argument that...
You don't know who...
Yeah,
you don't know who you're letting in.
We've got enough bad people here. Yeah?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, Ma.
And
this is the point with America, isn't it? This is what is going on at the moment, and people are like, "Oh, it's disgusting and everything." It's like, yeah, but if they came in the proper channels, then they wouldn't be getting evicted or whatever it is. They wouldn't be getting sent. It's quite simple, really. You break the law, you get punished.
Yeah, I agree with that one as well. I mean, a lot of the economic migrants are here in Eastbourne are Albanian. They're Albanian.
Oh,
They're,
yeah,
they're
yeah,
from
yeah.
Eastbourne. They're Eastern Europe. Like you say, a lot of the economic migrants are absolutely Albanian.
But I'll tell you what,
And
they work,
Polish.
they generally work hard though.
Yeah, but they shouldn't be. A lot of them are not legal.
No, we actually had Polish that lived next door to us.
They
didn't we?
flooded our flat, didn't they?
They did. They flooded our flat. It wasn't their fault, bless them though. And they did come round. They're like, "Oh, so sorry," you know, and all this. And we were like,
They had a 2-bedroom basement flat. There were 12 of them living in there.
12 of them.
12
And they
of
all
them.
worked as well. You know, doing building
Construction.
and stuff. Yeah, but they did. They accidentally flooded our freaking. Accidentally, it wasn't on purpose, and they were very apologetic about it. And they came round to make sure, you know.
Their flat was knee deep.
Yeah, their flat was.
Ours was ankle deep. Theirs was knee deep.
Yeah,
It was really bad.
it was really bad. I don't even
Um,
think it was their fault either. I think it was the landlords, which happened to be the same as our landlord.
have you nearly finished Dumbo? Because they can't see him.
Because I need to see this, Ben.
Okay.
So yeah. Anyway, I am of the opinion like you come in here illegally, you get treated like a criminal. That's
Well, yeah. I mean,
breaking the law.
illegally entering a country is a crime.
Yeah. And
It
so when
is.
they all say this about Donald and you know Trump doing what he's doing, and I'm like, yeah, but they're illegal. They came in here. They came in there illegally. The law can't just be chopped and churned for everybody separately. You know, you can't rob somewhere and go, yeah, but
I will say, if you've got a problem with the law, you should lobby to have the law changed. It's as simple as
yeah,
that.
that's what I mean. You know, it can't be one rule for one and one for another. It's like you come in the country legally, it's fine. We just have a problem of saying no. That's our problem.
Yeah.
We don't say no.
But
We're like, no, it's all right.
But like I say, anyway, going back to the entire start, the entire kickoff, Lisa says, I think we need a better system that has several countries working together.
Yeah.
I completely agree with you. I completely agree with you. We need several countries working together to take their fair share of these people. And at the end of the day,
If they're actually,
yeah, if they are
need.
entitled to asylum.
because I guarantee you, 99% of them aren't.
I wouldn't say 99%, but I would say it's probably a good 65% of them are
say 99%.
economic migrants. Especially the ones coming off the channel.
Look at this, look, his little legs come out like.
That's amazing.
Eels.
Is that done?
I think so.
Will you put it under the camera, Sean?
Hang on a minute, I've got hair there. I tell you what, this boy is very impatient.
What are you doing? A build stream?
Yeah, but I'm getting hair out and stuff. Gosh.
I mean, that is it. We are.
Can I just say though, his nose looks a bit weird.
It does, doesn't it? That is a weird looking trunk. They could have made that a bit better, I think. I do. But
Ben was supposed to build this.
I was, and then I wasn't allowed because you did it. So you took
Ew.
you took away my last Lego set.
Aww. Ooh. Look at the size of Dumbo compared to Eel.
And they're the same price.
It's because of the size of his ears. Like, No, don't be mean to Eel, Dumbo.
But-
There you go, mate.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day,
He's so cute.
the systems within this country are fucked. And
In every way.
I don't say that lightly. The system
damn it.
within these countries, England, Ireland, Scotland,
My chair hurts my
well,
butt.
England, Northern Ireland, Scotland, and Wales, work for the few and not the many. Spring trip brickheads. Then you're gonna get them, are you? I think it might be worth getting them.
They've got Tom
yeah.
and Jerry, Lisa. Don't know if you've seen that.
Yeah, we do need to get Tom.
They got Tom and Jerry. I try not to look at the brickheads because they bring them so many out, and I'm like, I can't afford all of you.
And whilst this debate is lively and it can get heated and people have severe disagreements, the point I was going to make is me and Lisa, we can go toe to toe and we can have quite the arguments sometimes, right, about certain things. And the thing is, she's my best friend, and I think she always will be my best friend, because somebody's political opinion should not define who they are, first and foremost. Oh God, the Wednesday buildable figure is horrid. It is absolutely terrifying, isn't it?
I'm not even political.
I mean, I'm not even all that political, right? because I'm quite, I take every, I can't look at something from a right-wing perspective or a left-wing perspective, because some issues must be solved via a right-wing perspective, and some issues must be solved via a left-wing perspective. There's no one size fits all here.
You know what? I hate this whole right-wing, left-wing crap, right? No matter what side you're on, everyone can agree that the state of the world is terrible. Okay? It doesn't matter what side you're on. Everyone can agree to that.
But I think what we've got to agree to is the state of the world is terrible because of a very small amount of people that are self-serving.
Can I just say, right, that mental health has gone skyrocketing. Suicide has gone skyrocketing. You know, youngsters today that have zero respect, and you see things in our town.
Yeah, but youngsters, they have zero respect because
you see these youngsters carrying around knives and stuff.
Because they've got no life prospects. They've got no ambition, and it looks like they've got nothing to look forward to in life. Because
really, yeah. But then our council go around, they close everything.
Yeah, and
that, you know, things that could make, like, we used to hang around on a skate park.
Yeah.
That skate park is no longer there.
It's just a overgrown field now.
Yeah, but that's where we used to hang around, is on a skate park. You know, we'd go down the beach and stuff, but they just, yeah, Lisa, they closed them all.
They closed them all.
All the youth centres and everything like that. I mean, we used to have a youth centre, I remember, right where I lived, and I went to it a few times, and it's not there anymore. It's not a youth centre anymore. Our swimming pool is closed.
I mean,
and you just sort of go, well, where do these kids go? Where are they supposed to go?
Prices are out of control because of lockdown. And let's face it, inflation became hyperinflation 100% because of lockdown. Lockdown did this, okay? So many businesses were destroyed.
Well, hang on a minute. I can't say that. Once again, you can't boil it all down to one thing.
I can actually boil inflation entirely down to lockdown, yeah.
I'm not saying the inflation, but I'm saying, you know, kids the way they are today, like, parents aren't allowed to discipline. Schools don't discipline. There's children with special needs has gone rife, and yet they're not building new schools to put these children.
No.
And so mainstream schools are expected to deal with children with special needs, and that's not fair on the school, and that's not fair on the children.
Our friend's daughter has been through a mainstream primary school right up until year 6, right? She's in year 6. And she's finally been given an EHCP, an educational health plan, healthcare plan. And the school got her EHCP, and instead of doing what the EHCP said, they expelled her. They said, we cannot meet this child's needs. We are expelling this child from our school because we cannot cater to this child. But they just spent nearly 6 years catering to that child.
But not only that, but also that the council have deemed that she needs to go to a special school, yet they don't have spaces. So she's going to be put in a mainstream secondary school until they have a space, which could be years. That's not okay. That's failing our children.
I also agree with Lisa there. Instead of them being on tablets, they need to get out and climb some fucking trees. I'm sorry, but excuse my language, but that's what they need to do.
Well, my children have never been given tablets. I don't believe in giving children tablets. I know people say that it can help and stuff with outbursts and stuff, but I think we have to teach our children how to cope with their emotions.
I mean, they've offered us Ritalin for Dexter a bunch of times, and we've said no. We've absolutely said no because he doesn't need it, right? He doesn't need it.
No, I mean the school offered me
Ritalin.
No, the school offered me for Lila's what's it called? They said, "Oh, we'll refer you to the sleep clinic."
The sleep clinic.
I said, "No, thank you. I've been through that with Dexter."
Yeah.
It's not the fact that Lila doesn't sleep because she's got issues. It's the fact that Lila sleeps because she doesn't want to go to sleep because she doesn't want to go to school.
Yeah.
And I've been through the whole sleep clinic with Dexter. I don't fancy doing it again. And Dexter grew out of it. I'm hoping she does too.
You understand why parents did it, but too many kids are hooked now. I completely agree. I completely agree.
The thing is, as Dexter's gotten older, when he was younger, Lisa, I used to get bitten, kicked, punched, strangled, you name it, I got it off that boy. And never once did I put him on tablets.
No.
Never once.
No.
I don't want my child to be a zombie. And, you know, as he's got older, he no longer hits us and stuff, and he's learning to deal with his emotions. He can calm himself down relatively quick now. It used to be hours, didn't it, of throwing a fit. You could go hours with him. Now, he can generally calm himself down quite well. You know, he has to go off, be by himself, and he'll come back sometimes half an hour later, and he'll say, I'm sorry, you know, I got angry.
Yeah.
It's learning your own emotions, and it's going, there's nothing wrong with being angry. There's nothing wrong with being upset. Everyone has these emotions, but it's how you deal with those emotions, and lashing out is not okay.
I'm 35 years old and I still can't handle my emotions.
No, but with Dexter, it is one of those where, you know, we've had to teach him that lashing out is not okay. Even now, some of the things he says, you know, I
Could
have
get
to
him in serious trouble.
Yeah, and we do tell him all the time, Dexter, if you say that thing, like say you said that in front of a police officer,
At 10 years old, even
you know,
11 years old,
you could get in trouble for saying
you might end
stuff.
up in a pair of cuffs, boy.
To him, it's just words, but obviously, you know, or he might get hurt by somebody if he says that to somebody.
Yeah.
So it's kind of teaching him everything you say also has repercussions. It's not just your hitting.
But I will
that
say
has
this,
repercussions, but also some of the things you say can have repercussions.
as somebody who experiences meltdowns myself still, you can't help what you say when you're having, I'm not making excuses for it, but when you are in the midst of a meltdown, you are out of control.
Yes.
You can't help what you say. I mean, I don't get violent. I never get violent, but I shout, I scream, I say hurtful things, right? And it comes out, and I either don't remember doing it if I've had a serious meltdown, or I just feel extremely guilty after the fact because I shouldn't have done that.
Listen, yeah, everybody can get angry. Everybody can say nasty things. Everybody. Being autistic, autistic people are not the only ones that can say nasty things and snap, right? But once again, it is just with Dexter. Yeah, exactly, Emma.
Don't I know it?
Yeah, with Dexter, it is literally just I've learnt Dexter over the years, and I like to think that I know how to calm him down when he goes into one. And on Friday, the school called me and they're like, we can't calm him down, he's shouting, he's this and that. And I said, just take him out of the environment and take him for a walk along the playground. That's all he needs. He needs just to take him away from the area,
yeah,
and just let him cool off, and he'll come back absolutely fine. But they didn't do that. And he came home and I said, Dexter, did you know this teacher take you out? He goes, no. Why not listen to the parents who know their children? Why
because they think they know better.
But why call me?
They
if
think
you don't
they know
actually
better.
Want my advice? Because he was just trying to get me to go down to the school. I said, I'm not coming down to the school. I'd literally just got home from the school. I don't live 2 seconds away. You know, I live a 15-minute car ride away.
Well, exactly. And like I say, it often boils down to the fact that these people think that they know better than you. And it's like, yeah, okay, he might have been in your school for 6 years, but you don't know him. I'm sorry, but you don't. You know of him, but you don't know this child. You don't know this child in and out like we do. And we know how to calm him down. I mean, ultimately, Chrissy's better at calming him down and calming me down and calming Lila down than anyone else is at calming anyone down.
Sometimes they just need a hug, guys.
I mean, I need a hug quite often, but she never gives it.
No, you can screw off. But sometimes, especially Lila, she just needs a hug. Lila is very emotional, and she needs to feel loved all the time. That is literally Lila's.
Extremely emotional. I just bottle it up because I know that if I start to express it, I'll over-express.
Yeah, but Lila is very emotional, and she just needs the reassurance that everyone loves her.
I mean, when me and Lisa first went back to Disneyland, after it had been shut down for ages and we hadn't been able to have our regular trips, right? They were playing a song, the characters were out all dancing above the train station. I just broke down in tears.
Yeah, Ben does break down in tears at weird points.
I just absolutely broke down in tears because
say hello or nothing? You want to say hello?
it's something that we love doing and we weren't able to do for such a long time. And then to be able to just, go back to that familiar thing for me. Like I say, I bottled down my emotions, but I couldn't do it then. And I overexpressed. And
I am very scared for September.
I'm extremely scared for September. And like I say, I think let's dial that back to what's been going on in my face. I think that that's a direct result of that. I think it's stress.
Oh.
The more I look into it,
Thanks,
the more
Doc.
it adds up. And
You've got your arm stuck down my
I'm going to
tongue.
be completely honest with you guys. I don't know how to solve it. I don't know how to make it better. I don't know how to make it right. For you, it took longer. Yeah, well, no, for me, it was just that moment where it hit me. But then again, Lisa will tell everybody, and so will Chrissy, and the people that supported me throughout all of that while I was doing the crazy stuff I was doing. And
Yes, Lisa.
I at one point I was off. I was out of my tree during lockdown.
During lockdown, he was.
And it took these people. It took Lisa, and it took Chrissy, and it took Ollie to an extent as well to pull me back off the edge. And
He does. The thing with Ben is he doesn't cope with anyone telling him what to do.
I don't.
So if you tell him what to do, he will bolt the other way.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, Lisa. So was I, yeah. But he does that. If someone tells him what to do, it doesn't matter who it is, he will do everything in his power to do the opposite. And so when the government obviously did it,
I can't help it.
you can't leave your house, he's like, I'm going to friggin' leave my house.
Not only am
And
I leaving my
you
house,
can't-
look, here's a video of me in London.
Yeah, and like, you have to wear a face covering. And he's like, no, I friggin' don't.
No, I don't.
So it was that all the way through. And he went off the ledge big time. And he was adamant that we were going to be put in like detention camps and stuff.
That happened in Australia.
Fine. And I had it daily in the ear, constant, saying this is going to happen to us. This is going to happen to us.
Although the biggest
And you
warning.
can imagine that I already had enough stress because I had a child at home with autism that wasn't allowed at school. And I had a child that was nursery age but couldn't go nursery.
Yeah.
So I was trying to make do with being locked inside a house and we were in a flat.
Oh, the biggest warning, I will say this, the biggest warning that I gave was totally true, was totally vindicated,
Yeah, blah, blah, blah.
and it was the passports. I warned
but
a year and a half before they did it that they were going to do it, and they did it.
Okay, but I didn't need one because I didn't go anywhere. So.
Yeah, I'll tell you a story, actually, Lisa. I will tell you a story, right? I started getting messages from a random person.
Lisa, who did you think was actually going to kill him?
He thought I was going to go after people. Governmental people.
Oh, right. Well, yeah, no, that would make sense. I was worried that Ben was going to go on a murder spree at home.
I started getting messages from a random person. This is a genuinely true story. Me and my friend Cheryl started both getting these messages. Basically offering us items to do bad things. And saying, I really need to meet up with you. You're the only people that can do this.
Yeah, see, Ben, you bring weird people into the mix.
And I was like, no. No,
thank God you had the foresight to do that.
I was just like, no, thank you.
He did go off the deep end. And it was a very, very stressful time. And I do worry that this September, what we're going through now,
I know you did, Lisa.
I do worry that Ben's gonna go backwards.
I'm not going to go backwards. I'm not. Because I'm going to do everything in my power. Everything in my power to make us as self-sufficient as possible. Via...
My family and friends are worried that if I homeschool Dexter, it's going to affect my mental health.
Right.
Because obviously it will be 24/7.
I mean, it won't.
With my child, obviously.
I think, you know what, and I give you permission, both of you, to do that. Because
it was me that marched him to the doctors last time, Lisa, and he still blames me for it now. I mean, anytime we have an argument, he's like, you made me go on those pills. And I'm like, dude, I didn't make you do anything. I made you go to the doctors. The doctors gave you the pills, okay? I don't force feed them to you, okay?
No, I force feed them to myself every morning.
Yeah, I just said to Ben, I think you need to speak to a doctor. And he was like, no, I don't. I was like, Ben, please, I think you need to speak to a doctor. And eventually he did go and speak to a doctor. And the doctor was like, yep, I think we need to put you on some tablets. And he got put on the tablets.
I am on tablets.
And he got a lot better.
But I don't think it was just the tablets that got me a lot better. I think it was walking away from the other thing that I was doing.
Yeah, I'm not saying it was just that. But I was like, you need to go. Sometimes the hardest thing is to admit to yourself that you need help.
You know, for those of you who watched me on the other channel, I have been repeatedly asked, even up to yesterday, to return to that channel full time at least once a week. And I have made the commitment that I will do it 3 or 4 times a year. I said I will come on a show 3 or 4 times a year.
Yeah, but that's fine. It's like a guest appearance.
Yeah. I said, but I am not going backwards. I am not going backwards, because what we do here, even if it is just building Lego or going out to a theme park or staying in a hotel, spending time with my best friend Lisa, right? All of this is so much better for me mentally. Doing this stuff with my family, I am so much better off. I feel so much better. Chrissy says I'm happier. You know, I have less meltdowns. I'm more available emotionally. I'm here more. I'm more present.
He'd wake up and he'd just sit on his phone all day, just scrolling through the news websites, and he wasn't even there. You know, you'd sort of be like, ooh.
I can't go backwards. I can't go back to that full time. Looking at news all day, every day was making me miserable. It was making me angry. It was inadvertently throwing me down rabbit holes I didn't want to go down.
No, and you had the kids saying stuff like, you know, oh, Daddy doesn't want to spend time with us, and I mean, that's horrible, isn't it?
I feel like a healthier person in my head, and I'm not ready to even think about walking back towards that path. And like I said, I'm happy to, because I know people enjoy me coming on that show, because I get people telling me all the time, right? But I'm happy to do it like 3 or 4 times a year for the people that want me to come along and have a bit of a laugh and things like that. We're not quite there yet, Lisa.
I do just read Lisa's comments.
We're not quite there yet, Lisa, but hopefully we're very much on the road.
Can I just say, though, Ben, it's the people that actually care about you and that were around you all the time that could see what it was doing to you.
Yeah. I mean, I basically had, every time me and Lisa went away, she was basically begging me to stop.
Yeah.
And
Lisa's like, you get once a year.
She was basically begging me to stop. And
yeah, because it's not.
She was Lisa, you were right.
It's like
you were right.
Our friend that we have, he does it. He sits on the internet day in, day out, and he scrolls through all these things, and he's a paranoid mess.
He is.
And do you know, I know people say, oh, you shouldn't live like I do, but I do ignorant bliss, okay? Ignorance is bliss. And I don't know much of what goes on in the world because I have no interest in it. Unless it affects my day-to-day life, I don't want to know. Because all it's going to do is bring me down. Everything you see on the news these days is just so morbid and it's so depressing. Why do you want that on top of the crap you've got in your life anyway? You know, I've got 2 kids to raise. I ain't got time to be going, oh, yeah, there's a war there, oh, that could come over here. No, I'm good.
I mean, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I will start doing theme park news videos at some point, but that's completely different. That's something I'm interested in. It's going to be happy news, right?
Yeah, Lisa, it's very easy to get sucked into rabbit holes on everything. It is, yeah, and there's always going to be conspiracy theories to everything. And the thing is
some turn out to be true.
I just blasé it all.
Others are just batshit crazy.
I take everything with a pinch of salt. And like I said, unless it affects my day-to-day life. I have enough stress in my life without adding whatever the news is copting up, and most of that's fake anyway. So I just stay away from it all. I have no interest in any of it.
I think we should film some comedy skits on Spring Trip against those walls. I really do.
Yeah, exactly, Lisa. Just do wall updates.
I think we should do some comedy skits against
It's
those
so funny
walls.
when she just does the wall updates and she's like, oh, look, more walls.
Walls! Oh, look, what's that over there? It's a wall. More
Yeah,
walls.
maybe we should get Trump involved. Build the walls, Trump.
Build the walls.
Build the walls.
It's a big, beautiful wall.
Trump would love it. He'd be like, look at these beautiful walls.
Look at these big, beautiful walls.
Look at these beautiful walls.
Disney have managed to put them up quicker than you have, Donny.
I don't know, it took them a rather long time, but... When's their new land going to be open?
2026.
Bloody hell.
It was supposed to be 2023. It's been a bit delayed.
It was supposed to be 3 years. You know?
Yeah.
Well, oh my gosh. 3 years delayed. Well, that's a bit of a
Frozen
delay.
20. So it was meant.
Isn't even going to have one ride as well?
It was meant to be Avengers 2021, Frozen 2023, and Star Wars 2024. Star Wars isn't even happening. It's not even been built. Nothing.
Jesus Christ, Disney.
I mean, they announced this expansion over a decade ago. Over a decade ago.
I'm
Look,
going to be old and grey by the time that's built.
they're building a new hotel around the side of Disney Village,
Yeah, and
it's opening in 2030.
I just want to say, I love Frozen. I was actually explaining this to Ben the other day, and I was saying about how much better they could be at Disney, but I don't know what they're doing, to be honest.
Do you know what else is
I
opening?
don't know what they're doing anymore.
Right, so they've started the ground clearing for the new hotel that's going to open in 2030, yeah? Do you know what else is opening in 2030 and hasn't started the ground clearing? Universal Studios Great Britain. They're going to build an entire theme park, a city walk, and a 500-room hotel, plus upgrade 2 train stations, build a car park, and build road infrastructure in the time that it's going to take Disney to build one fucking hotel.
Oi, language.
I'm sorry, it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing.
Wow.
It's embarrassing.
Disney's Disney, though, isn't it?
You'll have grandkids by the time we get to third gate. I mean, I can give you a little update on Universal Studios Great Britain, by the way.
Oh, please do.
All of the special development order so whilst this isn't public yet, all of the special development order has been granted. So all of the planning bypassing is done. They are getting it. It's there. The only thing they are waiting on is the Treasury to basically give a finalised financial incentive package. So once that is sorted, the official announcement will be made, and I believe that's coming down the line probably within the next 21 days. So, I mean, the fencing has started arriving to close off the site. We need to get a drone ASAP, which means we need to find some money. But I should have put a drone in the wish list, shouldn't I?
No, shut up.
I should have done. Because yeah,
I'll drone you in a minute.
pinned to the top is the comment is an Amazon wish list that Vaughn told us to make so that we could get some extra Lego sets sent here possibly by some of you lovely people. So
This chair makes my bum go
that
numb.
is pinned.
Just thrown out there.
They will make the Midland Main Line electric. Yes, they will. And also the upgrades to Wixham Station and the other station there. There's 2 stations, one either side of the site. It's being done by Universal, and they're going to accommodate high-speed rail. So, so Lisa said, "What do you want, Chrissy?" Or since Ben got a pocket free and wants a drone.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Ooh, num bum.
Yes, they will because
No, Ginger's back.
the upgrade to Wixham Station to accommodate the high-speed rail has actually begun. The construction is fully
You
underway.
can actually come here now.
It's been going on for about 3 weeks.
Flo,
So
come here. Flo, no.
I need look.
Come here.
Hold on.
Come here.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press number 4.
He's a good girl.
There we are. And we're going to click on this wish list, and then we can go through it. Lisa says, "What do you want?" Right?
He's a good girl.
Do you want the Lord of the Rings Barad-dûr?
Jesus Christ, you and that frigging Lord of the Rings.
She's asking what you want. Get out the way, Cat, so that we can look at this.
I think it's a rhetorical question.
Well, no, she said, what do you want? Do you want the Marvel?
£1 million.
Do you want the Marvel logo?
A yacht. A special needs school for my son to go to.
Let's go through this.
I think there's quite a lot there.
We're looking at this wish list right now.
Why?
To see what you would
I
like
already
on
know
it.
what you've got in there because you were doing it next to me.
Would you like the Mighty Bowser?
No.
Would you like the Bowser train?
No.
Would you like the Lord of the Rings Rivendell?
No.
What about the proper Hogwarts?
No.
I would have thought you'd have wanted that.
No.
R2-D2, you said you wanted that.
Yeah, R2-D2's cool.
Grogu in his hover pram.
I think that's cool, but I'm not a Star Wars fan.
Lego architecture, the Trevi Fountain. You really want this, don't you?
Yeah. And the
Statue of Liberty.
Statue of Liberty, because I like the architectures.
Optimus Prime.
Why did you add that?
Because I want both of them.
What?
Yeah.
Optimus, you want... Oh,
I want the two because you build them and they do transform.
You want the
don't even have to take them
Transformers.
apart. They transform.
Oh, wow, okay. Why is one 125 and one's 55?
Because one's got several more parts.
Oh.
And this one's on sale at the moment.
Oh.
What about the Great Pyramid of Giza?
Pyramid.
That's all that's on the list so far.
Oh.
But that's because Amazon
Yeah,
shit.
Amazon's a bit crapful. Oh, god damn it. Need to get a better chair.
Yeah.
Or put a cushion on it. That might work. I've got a dog in my arms and a cat in front of me. What is going on
She
in my
said,
life?
do you want respite from Ben? I can't buy that, unfortunately.
Oh, Lisa.
She gets respite from me anyway. She just went and stayed out for the weekend. She was just out for the weekend.
That was
Stayed in a
last
hotel.
weekend.
Oh, it was last weekend.
That was
Oh,
last
you can go
weekend, and it was one night.
Oh,
I mean,
one
come on.
night.
It was one night.
Right. You stay out about 20 nights a year in hotels, right?
Not in hotels, I don't. Most of the time I come home. It's not even once a month I stay in a hotel.
Lisa says, no, I can get the respite. Off to do physio. Thanks for a lively evening. You're welcome. Lisa says, I can't buy the school.
Oh,
No.
Lisa. Letting the team down.
But yeah, she really wants the Trevi Fountain and she really wants the Statue of Liberty.
I'm big on the architectures. Have you seen the size of the Eiffel Tower one?
Yeah, but it's like 700 quid, isn't
Is
it?
it? I don't know.
Hold on, let's
Have you seen the size of
let's
it?
find
Where
out
would you even
today.
Put it?
Hold on a minute. Let's go back to number 4.
Could you imagine getting the Eiffel Tower? I think it's like as big as me.
Right, shop.
Because I've been up the Eiffel Tower. Oh God.
.lego.com.
Oh, my buttocks.
Hold on a sec. I did say. Bye, Tiana. You're absolutely fine, Tiana. You'll be fine. Honestly. Have a great night. Right, so we're going to look at the Eiffel Tower.
It's Vaughan we're not happy with, Tiana.
It's £555.
Oh, see, it's not 700, but
Yeah.
550 quid's a lot of money.
It's £554.99.
Look at it next to the guy. Look.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Check it out.
It's huge.
That is like, where would you even put something like? You'd be like, cats, no climbing.
But
And the
it's
cats would be like,
just
"Ooh."
one colour.
I know, but it is impressive, and it does actually look like the Eiffel Tower.
Well, yeah, at £555, I would bloody well hope so.
And you get a police water scooter for free with it.
Oh.
What more could you want in life?
Oh, look at that. Yeah, just the free police water scooter.
Yep. You might get more as well.
There's something else along here.
Yep. Oh, look, and a waffle stand. And
A Cinderella mini garden castle.
oh, you have to do that with Disney Princess though. So you won't get the princess. That's sad.
So if we go to... Because things like that, the Eiffel Tower, they're not on Amazon.
I wonder how big the box is.
Oh, it'll be huge.
Probably bigger than me.
So
Look, there's the Trevi Fountain.
you really want the Tudor corner, don't you?
Tudor corner, yeah. I made a tuna.
Notre Dame.
Oh, I'd love Notre Dame.
You want Notre Dame?
Yeah.
I saw it on sale somewhere recently.
Did you?
Was it Argos?
I don't think you did.
I believe I did. Where did I see that on sale? I saw it for like 150, I think.
No, you didn't.
I did.
Just spat all over the poor
Hold on a
cat.
minute.
I'm sorry, cat.
I'm going to do
I
some...
literally just went...
How big is Notre Dame? Hold on. Notre Dame is... There's no pictures of it. Oh, yeah, look. There's a picture of it with a person.
I mean, it's nowhere near as big as the Eiffel Tower, is it? But it is pretty.
And it's, parts-wise, it's 4,383 parts. It's rather large.
Quite a lot of parts.
Yeah.
Bigger than the
and you can get the
castle.
moving truck gift with Lego purchases over £160. Wow.
I might have to run to the toilet.
You do that. I'm researching.
I'll try not to flash my shorts to everyone.
Okay. Lego Notre Dame. Because I'm sure I've seen it on sale. Certain I've seen it on sale. Amazon. I'm going to add it to the list. $149.99. There it is. I knew it. Add to list. Stream sets. I knew it. Told you. I'd seen it. It's there. It's added to the list. Yeah. So it's $149.99 on Amazon, which is a 25% discount. That's not even a little discount. I really need to get a DJI Mini from somewhere because Universal, once they start building, it's going to be thick and fast because we've seen what they did with Epic Universe and how quickly that went up. So it will be thick and fast. I may have to end up selling my PS5, which would really not make the kid happy, but, you know, needs must. But hopefully, we can just continue to grow the channel. We grow the channel, and we'll be grand. We'll be golden. We're all 29 subscribers to go until we hit 2,000. Can you guys please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Let's get to 2,000 subscribers. We are so tantalizingly close. It is on the tip of... Well, Lisa, that makes a lot of sense, actually. That makes a lot of sense. And the thing is, we could do... Because I like Adagio, you know that. I love Adagio, actually. And even in the smaller rooms, we just partition ourselves off and separate ourselves off, and I sleep on that sofa bed or whatever. It's really good. I love the Adagio. And we could do a proper, and I mean the most comprehensive tour of it. We really could. And make it very cinematic, and I can color grade it, and I can make it all look beautiful. And that hotel gets too much of a bad rap by people because it is what it is at the end of the day. But what it is a very, very, very good hotel. We've never had the breakfast. We've never tried the breakfast. I don't know if you have, but I haven't. Maybe they'll let us in to film it, not just to. So we don't want to have it, but just let us in to film it and see what people get for the breakfast. One would hope so, anyway. But they seem polite enough in there, so they've always been good to us. I mean, remember when they were giving me free Red Bull all of the time? Like I was trying to pay them every morning. Like, no, it's okay. You can have it for free. They're slowly redoing rooms, are they? But like I say, it's still a lovely little hotel. And, you know, they've got a pool. Yeah, it's an outdoor pool, and I've been in it, and it's bloody freezing. But on a really, really hot day, like when we did go in it, bloody freezing is exactly what you want. Look, I've got a co-host again. Say hello. There she is. Mummy's here. Yeah, well, you often don't pay for parking, do you? But yeah, you remember, I was going down there every morning and getting 4 Red Bulls, and I was trying to pay for them. And they were going, no, it's okay. You're a good customer, basically. The orange kitty's name is Florence, Jessie Houck. Florence is her name. She is our baby. I say she's our baby. She's actually our middle child at this point. Because we've had a total of 6 cats. 2 are no longer with us. And we've still got 4. So, this is the middle child. This is Florence. She thinks I'm her mother. Yes, Florence like Italy. And the reason she thinks I'm her mother is because when she was a kitten, when we went and got her, when we went and purchased her, the house that we went to was drug den. I can't say it any other way. It was a drug den. You couldn't see the floor. And these kittens were riddled with fleas. They told us she was 8 weeks old. She wasn't. She didn't know how to eat solid food. She thought the litter tray was a bed. So when we got her, I would hand feed her with a syringe with milk because that was the only way that she could get food and sustenance. And I did this for her until I managed to start getting her to eat solid food. And now she thinks I'm a mother. So she doesn't leave me alone. And it's been this way for about 8 years. She just does not leave me alone. Which is fair enough, right? But if it wasn't for what I managed to do, she'd be dead. So that house that she came from, I said to Chrissy when I got back in the car, and I'm not an animal person, first and foremost, but I'm never going to be mean to an animal, right? But I'm not. I wouldn't care if I did or didn't have an animal. I'm not an animal person. Chrissy, the wife, she really is the animal person. But I said to Chrissy when I got back in the car, I said, I want to go back in there and take the rest. I called the RSPCA. I called the RSPCA, which is the Royal Society for Protection and Care of Animals in this country. I believe that's what it stands for. And I reported it because they were in horrible conditions. They were not being taken care of. And they were being sold too young so that these people could get their next fix. And that's all it was about. This cat cost me 20 British pounds because they just wanted to get their next fix. I mean, it's horrid. But for those 20 British pounds and for all that effort that I've put in, she is the most lovely, beautiful, caring, loyal cat I have ever seen in my life. And she thinks I'm a mother, and I get why. But it can become a bit much, especially when we're trying to do a Lego stream and she starts jumping all over the equipment and the sets. But she's wonderful. Yes, there's too much of a good thing. Like I said, she shouldn't be doing that. But she does. Chrissy's been gone a while. I'm wondering if she's okay. Perhaps she's been attacked by the children. That's a possibility, because it is the school holidays now, which means in a couple of things it means. It means I don't have to get up at 6:15 to take them into school. Fantastic! Yes! And they also want to stay out of bed later, so that's the other thing that it means. Is the stream buffering, or is it my connection? I'm gonna reboot it. Because it says I've got an excellent connection. Oh, we've got 5 minutes, people. 5 minutes until the super chat goal for tonight ends. Nobody, I would say, is receiving God tier tonight, so that's absolutely fine. I'm so confused as to what's going on with the stream, though. It seems to be buffering. If you're watching on vertical, I want to say thank you, because I'm going to kill that to try and save some bandwidth for the horizontal. So, thank you on